Employee Free Choice Act, as it's called, or card check. That's legislation that could dramatically change the way workers unionize. Supporters believe it would help unions boost their membership rolls. Critics fear it's a way for unions to use undemocratic, strong-arm methods to pressure workers to organize by doing away with secret ballots. Joining us now is a man who's trying to stop it, and that's South Carolina Senator Republican Jim DeMint. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning, and please don't call it the Employee Free Choice Act. It is the Employee Intimidation Act, if it's anything.
And I know many people think it's a misnomer, including yourself. Listen, for people who are not knee-deep into unions and management and labor and so on and so forth, just explain, right now, when a union tries to organize a shop, there's a secret ballot. If you want it, you check yes. If you don't want it, you check no. They take a vote. Majority rules. How would card check change that?
Well, the process now is if a union's trying to organize a company, that they first get cards checked by over half of the employees, and if over half of them check the card that they want an election, then the employees get a secret ballot. And routinely, if the union bosses get 50 or 60% who check the card, when they go to secret ballot, that number drops off considerably because most Americans don't want to be unionized. But what this law, this Employee Intimidation Act would do is take away the secret ballot part of this, and so that union thugs could essentially come to your house and say, you do want to check this card, don't you? And I'm not exaggerating, because the stories we've gotten in places where this card check replaces the secret ballot, you've essentially got this intimidation. You check the card, and if over half of the employees check the card, then the business is unionized. And this is not just for big auto companies. This is for small electrical contractors, companies with 10 or 15 people. It would change the business model of the United States to the same model the American auto industry has in Detroit, where workers do not have a choice whether they join a union.
Well, there's no question that this would help unions get a foothold in corporations. There's really no legitimate question about that. But let me ask you, because you raised the auto industry, which is now sort of infamous for its unions and what they have done to the business. Rightly or wrongly, many people argue that they've hurt the bottom line of the auto companies and helped get them into the situation they're in now. Do you think that's a legitimate charge, and do you think that will undermine your colleagues' push to get card check passed as the new law?
Well, for some reason, the facts don't seem to matter here in Washington right now. There's no question that unionization has hurt the competitiveness of the American auto companies, because that's the key difference between them and BMW and Toyota, is just the barnacles of a third-party decision maker in a global economy just no longer works. It's an antiquated concept, and we need to keep that forced unionization from spreading across the country. There are a number of states like South Carolina where workers have a right to join a union or not. But in places like Michigan, they don't. If they're going to work, they have to join a union. And we need to stop that from spreading. This is a time when we need to protect jobs. We need to protect our competitiveness, and to start doing favors for unions rather than make businesses work better makes no common sense right now.
And I know, Senator, you are now introducing a bill that would stop this, that would keep the secret ballot in place. I got to go, but I want to ask you quickly, how's it going to shake out? Do you have enough votes to stop this?
Yeah, I think if we can force a vote, that we will shame the Democrats and Republicans into voting to protect the secret ballot. The question is, can we get it up for a vote? Last year, the House already passed this card check idea. We need to make sure we stop it in the Senate, and it may come down to just a few votes, just like almost every piece of legislation is going to this year.
You know, every time we do this story, we get a ton of emails from people. They're very interested in this, so keep us updated, and we'll be watching, Senator. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks.